This is AFCRDTV and I'm delighted to be joined by our new interim manager, Andy Burgess. Andy, welcome back to Rushden, this time with the Phoenix Club. How does it feel to be joining AFC Rushden Diamonds?
Yeah, fantastic. It's been a whirlwind 24 hours, but I'm delighted to be given the opportunity to lead the football club. It's obviously in a real good place, and I'm coming into it in a fortunate position, and I'm looking to pick up the reins and run with the success this season that's already been put in place and build upon that.
You've taken over on an interim basis until at least into the season. What was it that attracted you to joining this football club? I'm sure the connection with the old Diamonds must have played a part in that.
It did, absolutely. You know, I've watched out for this football club since the day I left, and obviously the old club folded and the new club coming to fruition, and I've kept a real close eye on it, and it's done brilliant to come through the league systems and the pyramids and to get where it is today. And as I say, it's in a really good place, and it's unusual that jobs become available when the situation is as it is, but it was something that I thought everything aligned to where I am in my personal life, in my career, in professional career, in my coaching career. I felt it was right to put my hat in the ring and ask the question, and the rest is history, and I'm sat here today and I'm delighted to be here.
Since you've ended your playing days, you've gained a lot of experience in a variety of different roles, but let's start off with the coaching. You've worked with the likes of Corby, Stanford, Widnes and Mansfield. You've also managed in the women's game. What have you learned from those experiences and how have they shaped you into the coach you are today?
Well, I think that was an important part of what I wanted to get across in the recruitment process, is that I've done a lot of different roles in football clubs, and I've got a lot of empathy with the different issues that come up in different departments in football clubs. I've done a lot of work in recruitment, which is massive now in management. It impacts it in ways that is just so vital, the recruitment side of things. So yeah, I mean the things I learned from my time under Graham Drury over at Corby were phenomenal. Learning how to man manage, learning how to budget manage was vital. With David Staff over at Stanford, and you know, the running of a semi-professional football club has been vitally important. Same as the coaching side of things. When I worked in the women's game over at Leeds and Nottingham Forest, I was fortunate enough to work with elite players there. Your Steph Houghton's, your Ellen Whites, and to be able to coach them and develop them and have played a really small part in their development has given me confidence, has given me belief that I have got the coaching ability, I have got the qualities that is needed coaching wise. I know I've got the contacts and the links recruitment wise, and therefore bring all those together. I believe I've had a career where I've played under some really good managers. I've played under some managers that perhaps would come into a different bracket, but I've learned from all of them, and the man management side will now be tested, but I believe I understand how players want to be treated, and I want to develop that, and then I see this opportunity at AFC Rushden Diamonds as a fantastic one for my first job.
You mentioned the recruitment side of things. You've been involved at clubs such as Brentford, Rotherham, more recently South Shields. How have those experiences benefited you in your career?
Hugely, yeah, they're massive. Recruitment is so important, and when I started in the scouting system with Brentford and Rotherham, it was going out watching games, and you're building up your understanding of players. You're building up, not only you're watching players, but you're watching systems. You're watching how teams go against systems, how the in-game management, how they change the way they play in-game, and that was great to see. As it developed to more full-time roles and more the recruitment side rather than the scouting side, it's all about contacts. What that gives you in terms of contacts is phenomenal, and I think I've got a real strong base of people I can tap into now, and scouts, agents, football clubs, coaches, managers, players, all across the country, which I think in this type of role as a first team manager is absolutely it's crucial to be able to develop the football club.
We understand that you're an advocate for developing young players, and having been involved in academies such as Manchester City, Accrington Stanley, and here at the Diamonds we've got a great academy set up, and of course a scholarship programme as well with some top talents coming through. How important is it to utilise those assets and establish a clear pathway through to the first team?
Yeah, it's vital. We're a community club, so we should be bringing through players from the community. It's the top and bottom of it. I was fortunate enough to come through at Rushden Diamonds as a local lad who came through the scholarship system there. So I was able to see a pathway, and I broke into the first team and developed into a senior first team player. And to be able to do that, and then I tried to then help and develop the younger players that were coming through, the Lee Tomlins, Simeon Jacksons, and people like that. And I think that was vitally important, and I think we need to continue to do that. I think what has helped me in getting this role is how I have been involved in the clubs you've said at academy level. I've worked with under 6s at Manchester City up to under 23 players at various clubs. So I have got a wide and varied CV, if you like, through the academy system. And listen, there's nothing better for a supporter or a club to see a player coming through their ranks and being out on the first team pitch. And if they're good enough, they'll get the opportunity.
Just coming back to the coaching, style of play has become somewhat of a cliche these days. Are you somebody that favours a particular way of playing the game, or do you play to the strengths of your players? But where do you stand on that?
I think where we are in the season, especially 11 games to go, where this club sits in the league with fifth in the division, I've got to come in with a hugely open mind to what the lads have done, because they've got themselves in a fantastic position. For me to come in here and say, right, that's gone, we're not doing that anymore, we want to do it the way I want to do it, it would be massively stupid on me. I've obviously got a favoured way of playing. Football's an entertainment sport. I try to be an entertaining player, and ideally there's nothing better again than seeing the ball played out from the back through the thirds, and a wonderful goal. The realism of it is the environments that we go into at this level, the situations we find ourselves in. It's not always possible to do that. So we have to play to our strengths. As I said, the lads have got themselves in a wonderful position. They've fought for themselves. That you can see from I've gone back through all the results this season, and they've obviously stuck together through some difficult periods. They've dug some results out from nowhere at times. So they've obviously got a wonderful character about them, a wonderful personality. The last thing I want to do is come in here and come into this football club and say, right, we're doing it my way. I think I need to adapt to what this football club does or has done this season, and just pick up the reins and build on what the previous regime's done and what this group of players has done, because it's obviously worked and it's obviously been successful.
Usually when a new manager joins a club, the team aren't doing so well and changes are needed, whether that's personnel, coaching, wherever that might be. But you're inheriting a squad which, as you say, is having a great season, currently 5th place, occupying that final playoff position. How will you go about your job in the short term and what remains of this season?
Well, in the very short term, it's intelligence building about the squad. It's doing a very quick and thorough gap analysis of the squad and where we need to fill, because we haven't got long to do it if we are indeed going to do it. So that is the first and foremost thing I need to do. I'll meet the players tonight at training, and I'll take a step back to start with and allow the coaching staff that are already here and in place and to lead, because again, I don't need to come in and rip up what they've done or what the previous coaches have done, because it's worked. So initially it's going to be learning about the squad, learning about the players, changing little bits where I can. If something I see is different to what I maybe believe, then approaching that and maybe tweaking it. But listen, again, as you say, usually you take over a club and you're fighting relegation or you've been on a bad run. We're in a real good place, so I just need to come in, maintain the motivation, make sure that the players understand, okay, it's sorted now. This, the disruption has been over the last 10 days is sorted. I'm with you, I'm fighting for you, and let's go and finish the season properly as the first 2/3 of the season has been.
You're joining the club when the fixtures are coming thick and fast. We've got 6 games between now and the end of March, and we've also got a cup final at Sixfield Stadium to look forward to. How much are you looking forward to getting your team stuck into those fixtures?
I can't wait. I'm very much somebody who doesn't look too far forward. My focus is solely on headers for Town on Saturday. We'll deal with that. We can only win 3 points from the next game, so there's no point in looking too far ahead. I understand we've got to be pragmatic with what we put into the players and the loads and things. We've got games Tuesday, Saturday. We're going to have very little time with them on the training pitch. We need to manage that properly. So, of course, whilst I speak to the players. When I speak to the players, I will only be looking at the next game from a managerial point of view, and my management team, we will be planning and putting things in place to ensure that we, for the next 11 games, get the or 11 league games, get the absolute best out of this group of players.
And like you say, it all gets started this weekend with a home match against Hendersonville Town. How are things going to work at the weekend? Are you going to be on the touchline or perhaps in the stands watching on?
I'll certainly be in and around it, possibly in the stand looking down in the first half, and I don't know, we'll see. Again, we plan in pencil. Hopefully I'll sit in the stand for the first half and be 4-0 up and I can stay sat in the stand. But you know, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. I know the lads who were going to take the team at Billswade have done a fantastic job, and they prepared the team on Tuesday in training. They'll prepare the team on the most part tonight. Again, I'll be there and overseeing things, but they'll be leading it because they've got the plan in place ready for Saturday. But I'll be in and around it Saturday. You know, I'm not come here to stand back and take a back seat. I've come here to lead this football club and drive this football club on and take it onto hopefully take it onto the next level, whether that's the next division or the next level in terms of what we produce on the football pitch and off the football pitch, and so be it.
Finally then, you're obviously very popular amongst the Diamonds fans. Have you got a message for those supporters who I'm sure, no doubt, looking forward to seeing you again?
Just get behind us. Get behind us through. There'll be some dips now between the end of the season. When we go out onto the pitch, we will give everything. And it, for me, a football club is very much about we. It's not about them and us. It's not about, you know, I won on a Saturday and you lost on a Saturday. It's about us as a football club. We are one football club, and we want to take that mantra into the rest of the season. We want to stick together. We want to perform to the best of our ability. It's a cliche, and I don't like cliches, but I will say we've got 11 cup finals, we've got 12 cup finals, we've got the one at Sixfields, as you mentioned, but we'll be going in to win every single one of those games. Mark my words. And as long as the players can come off the pitch at the end of the game and say they've given absolutely everything they possibly can, I can't ask any more than that.
Well, Andy, thanks very much for your time. It's really appreciated, and we wish you all the best in your new role.
Thank you very much.